criminal charges have been filed against an Indiana couple who are accused of incest with the family's children. The horrifying abuse which took place in the incestuous family's home did not stop with the kids, though. They also filmed a sixth sexual act with their pet dog, Keylin L. Johnson, 52, and Sheila L. Johnson, 44, were arrested earlier this month on multiple felony counts of child molestation, sexual misconduct with a minor, and incest. Keylin Johnson is also charged with possession of child pornography, and Sheila Johnson was charged with bestiality. The allegations against the couple are detailed in a probable cause affidavit filed in Montgomery Circuit Court. The details contained in the document are enough to make you sick. The deviant couple was apparently outed by Sheila's 19-year-old son and 17-year-old daughter, who alerted police to the abuse because they feared for their 13-year-old sister, who still lived at home with their mother and Keylin. According to Sheila's children, the abuse began in 2012, shortly after Keylin moved into the family home. At the time, the family lived in Waveland. Keylin persuaded Sheila's son to believe that incest was a normal way of life, and when the family of 5 moved out of their home in Waveland to another house in Mooresville, the abuse only got worse. Next, the Johnsons moved to Morristown before returning to Montgomery County in 2016 or early 2017, according to the affidavit signed by Montgomery County Sheriff's Detective Aaron French. All the while, the sexual abuse escalated. Keylin stands accused of filming some of the abuse on the children and the dog, which Sheila performed sex acts on. It's not just the words of Sheila's older teen children which make the case against the incestuous couple so incriminating either. Investigators also found sexually explicit images and videos of the 13-year-old on a laptop and cell phone belonging to Keylin. It appears that the horrifying abuse was allowed to continue for so many years because Keylin threatened the 13-year-old, saying that if she alerted the police, he would show them the videos and her mother would go to jail upon authorities seeing them. Sadly, this sort of fear tactic is commonly used by sadistic abusers in order to keep their victims quiet, especially when those victims are women or children. The Department of Child Services has taken custody of Sheila's 13-year-old daughter, who was still living with the Johnsons. According to her older siblings, she was still being abused at the time of their arrest. Sadly, it appears that this horrific story of abuse initially began when Sheila, a lonely single mother, allowed a sexual predator into her home with her 3 children. This likely would never have happened if the children's father and protector were present in their lives. Another story which started with a broken home has ended in tragedy. For this reason, among so many others, we must work to preserve the nuclear family. Our children's lives and innocence are at stake.